Come on, it's time. Teddy. Hi, everyone. He ran off. He knew it was time. Hi, everyone. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the rescue. Happy Christmas Eve day. I know it doesn't feel like it to some people, but it is on the calendar. Christmas Eve day. I don't know about you guys, but all my plans kind of they didn't always happen before, but all my plans sort of are delayed by a few days. But that's okay because it's just going to be my sister and I and my darling Owen for Christmas and all the critters. Good morning, and I have some news for you this morning. And what else? I'm still cooking and baking, just as I always do. I have not sent out one Christmas card yet. So for my friends on the Corgi Christmas list and my friends on the Cricut Chat list, you'll get my cards after Christmas, but I don't think it's going to matter much because, boy, things are delayed terribly at the post office. Has anybody else noticed that? So things that were supposed to arrive for before Christmas just are not happening, except Amazon, maybe because they have their own fleet or something. Anyway, Merry Christmas Eve day to you all. I was able to crunch in so many projects this year, and I hope that you're, keeping up. And what's great about it is that even if you didn't get to watch them live, or you missed something, or you want to be reminded, sometimes I just need to be reminded, all of the videos are stored on my YouTube channel, which you can find at Miss Rita to the Rescue. And thankfully, because of my dear fans, or whatever they call, subscribers, we hit our Christmas goal of 10,000. Actually, we're going to be at 10,250 for Christmas, which is fabulous, but ever onward, right? So I'm just so excited for all of that. And I remind you, whether you're watching this live or later on the rebroadcast on YouTube, or the replay on YouTube, definitely subscribe, because there's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack in each episode. I know it's a little bit like a radio program, and so you kind of have to watch it on a regular basis, and sometimes people just can't make it at the broadcast time. So anyway, so here's the news that I have for our New Year's Eve celebration. I got an email from Zoom saying that they were lifting their requirements. They normally limit I think they normally limit group chats through Zoom during the regular, day. But for Christmas and New Year's, they're going to allow it. And so there's not going to be a limit there. So we can still get together for New Year's Eve at some point. I don't think at midnight, because that would be kind of crazy. I don't think I could stay up for that. But maybe we can have, as someone suggested, a little pajama party and just sort of chit chat and that whole thing, and we'll do some giveaways, and maybe just talking about what we can be doing in the year ahead. I am hopeful for this new year. I'm feeling rather hopeful, so which is different than I felt last year. I don't know why. And then what happened? COVID, and all this other stuff. So, I'm feeling better about this new year than last year. So anyway, keep tuned for the Zoom info for the New Year's Eve celebration and all of that. Stay tuned for that. And let's see. So today is Christmas Eve day. We're going to have a show about photo ornaments. Look at this. This is my son and my sister from back in 2010, I think. So 10 years ago, he's grown so much. It did really stink, Bren. It really did. And this is my sister. She's so photogenic, and they always take pictures together. So I decided that I was going to put it in a floating ornament. There's so much you can do with these that I'm just going to show you a couple of things. And I'm expecting that you will sort of take it from there. This is Benji. And this is sort of curved, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? But these are fun because you could put some vinyl on the back or even put it on the inside where you put it there, but I kind of like this on the back. Now, you don't have to use photos for this, and if you have old Christmas cards or great paper like we did with yesterday's puzzles, and you want to just create, and you have a lot of these empty, which I actually do. I have a lot of empty, not yet glittered ornaments, and the ones that I'm using today are this style. It's actually glass. I've had them for a couple of years, and they came in like a 4-pack like this. I got them at Michael's, and but you can do this for a round ornament. So there's round ornaments, and I even had little heart ornaments that I did this with it was hard getting the picture inside of it. It was pretty small, but again, you don't need to do a picture. You can do vinyl, where you might want to write something as a memory to someone, or an event like first Christmas together, a married couple taking their picture and putting it inside, or a baby's first Christmas and putting it inside, and then putting the information on the back, or any number of these things, okay? So what do you need for this project? Well, you do need some ornaments, and you're going to need some photos. I'm going to show you a little of how to upload some photos to your iPad. It's very similar to how you would do it on your desktop, but I wanted to show you the iPad thing. You need, for the way that I'm doing it, you need sticker paper and a printer to print your pictures on. And let's see what else. I started with acetate. So here are my pictures that are printed, and these ones are cut out here. So I started with acetate, but I then moved to this. This is, where is it? Come on. Remember these? These are your cutting mat protector sheets. This works better than acetate. Acetate is very thick, and I had a really hard time using it for this project. I thought it would be awesome, and it was really clear and beautiful. So this is the acetate, and but then trying to get it inside was very difficult, and it ended up curling my image. So if you can, you can use printable vinyl as well, sticker paper, printable vinyl. Oh, that's beautiful, Maria. So I think Teresa's working. I don't know. I might be wrong. But anyway, so this is acetate, and when you cut it with, when you cut the what do you call it? The page protector stuff, it's much thinner. Let me see. Where did I put it? I swear next year I'm going to be here it is. So much more organized. Okay, so this is the acetate. which is great. And this is the matte. It's a little less clear, you see? But it's definitely more bendy, and it goes better inside of the ornament. So use what you want to use, but I recommend the the cutting mat protector. Sorry, I've not been getting a lot of sleep lately, so I'm a little tired, but anyway. All right, so let's start. That's what you kind of need to do these. Let's start off talking about photos. Now, if you have an iPad or a laptop or even a phone, because I did it with the phone this morning, what you're going to want to do is open up Design Space. I'm going to move you down so you can kind of see. Yeah, I believe that the protective sheet works the best. Oh, you do? Annette. Well, first of all, Annette, I have like a gazillion mats, and so I just take my protectors off. Plus, I've been known to slip on the mats, protectors that have fallen on the floor, so I just pile them up. I don't put them back on. I know it's a very bad crafting move, but I have a pile of them, and this is a great project, so maybe you can spare one of the mats. No, they can't be ordered separate. They're just something that comes with the mats, and I don't know, maybe as you get an older mat, you might want to use this for that, like an older mat. If you guys are still putting mat protectors on all your mats, well, maybe you don't have as many mats as me, but I just could not handle that. It's just too much, too much. Oh, you only have a few. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, I've been using these mats since actually before the maker, because these are the same mats. Some of them I have since like 2013. Before I figured, at first I threw them out. Now I keep them all. I keep them all. So as I get new ones and I don't want to clean them, whatever. Anyway, so off on a tangent. All right, so let's talk about images. So this is an iPad, and I've just opened an empty canvas on the Cricut Design Space app. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload an image, and there right here where there's a little cloud and an arrow, that's what I'm going to do. When you touch on that, you get 4 things you can choose from. And in the past, we've done this browse file. But in this case, we are going to select from our photo library. Now, I've got so many photos in my photo library, but what I end up doing is, like, say on Facebook, they have the memories. And so I end up saving those to my photo roll as I go along. So you'll see a lot of memories. So this is a picture of a deer dog that I had named Oliver, and he was Owen's best friend. And so this is a great picture. It's probably not the best picture for what we're doing. So a good picture might be of this. So let's choose this one. Now, what happens is it comes in, and yeah, it's not perfect. It looks a little bit not, I mean, it's not going to be a perfect photo picture. So know that, okay? But here I want to show you something. See this black box here? This is the image that we're going to bring in, and we're going to bring it in as a print then cut image. But this is what it would look like if it was just a cut image, okay? Print then cut and cut. Okay, so we're going to hit next, and you'll see that all of a sudden it's the black screen. Well, that's only because you need to just touch on this and make this the preference here. And here you can do anything such as, clean up the image or whatever. I'm not going to do that. I don't really need to do that. And then here you'll notice there's our black image again, and here is our print and cut image. This one is checked off. We don't want want it checked off because it's just a black square. We want to check off this one, okay? And I'm just going to name this, I call my son Mo, and Mo with stockings or something. Okay, and then I'm going to save it. Now you can do this with any pictures you want, and then once it gets saved, here's one of my cat. Here's the same picture. There's another one here, and then my sister with Owen. These will all go into your uploaded file. So if you are somebody like me who uploads a lot of SVGs, this appears in your uploaded file. Okay, it's not the same, but it's but it is similar. Okay, so when we want to use it, we just click on that image and we insert it like that. Okay, so that is how you can easily upload an image that you have in your camera roll, especially if you have, I don't know too much about the Android system, but if you have an iPhone and you use the cloud, your camera roll from your phone and your iPad and your computer should all be linked. Mine isn't on my computer. That's why I'm showing you on the iPad. But so that's how you kind of upload in. It's very easy to do on the iPad. And by the way, they've resolved the issue of projects being not that were saved on the iPad not showing up on the desktop. I heard that yesterday and I forgot to mention that news. Okay. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I have a few images here. I'm going to my desktop version here. And what I did was I created a circle. So this is going to be what we cut out with the cutting mat protector. I took a circle. I went to shapes and took a circle. And while I was there, I also took a square. I measured my my ornament. So in this case, this is a 3-inch ornament. And what's great is I just put it on the ruler and then measure it from the middle part. And it's 3 inches. If you're having trouble figuring out what the, hi, David. If you're having trouble figuring out what the size is. So you can create your, whatever size ornament you're working with. So here is a 3-inch ornament. So I just redid the 3-inch ornament. And now for the very top of the protector, because this is how you're going to keep it from, first of all, moving around in the inside of the ornament. And it allows you to sort of use like tweezers if you need to take it out or whatever. It's just easier to have this here. So I suppose you could go and look for an image. Sorry. You could go and look for an image, but all I did was just shrink this little square down and sort of made it a little more rectangular. And then put it here on the top. Make sure they're touching. And then I welded. And now I have something that I can cut out with my protector or my acetate, okay? So now I want to bring in those pictures that I uploaded. So let's bring in the one of my Frankie, and this one here, let's bring in. And what we're going to do is we're going to slice our photos, and so that they are going to be able to be printed on either the printable vinyl or the sticker paper. It's good to have something adhesive. You don't want to be messing with glue, okay? So I'm going to arrange this so that it goes in the back so I can kind of see where this image is going to come out. Now, I would definitely keep this part on the photo completely. And if that means you have to make the photo a little bit bigger because you want your subjects to appear, or you want to make it a little bit smaller, you can do that as well. But don't allow it to overlap like this, because then you're going to be messing with your acetate, and you could always recreate it if you want, but just a kind of like a little detail there. So once I have it where I want it, like it's not going to have my whole all of my sister's hair in there, so I can move it kind of like here, and maybe move it over a teeny tiny bit to get a little bit of that Christmas tree in. Then I'm going to select them both, and I'm going to slice. So slicing is down here. And when you slice, it's like a cookie cutter. So here is your cutter. Here is the cookie dough around the cutter, and there's your cookie. Okay, so here we go. Now we still have our cutter, and it's all in the same spot. So we can do this again and focus this on Frankie, this great picture of Frankie, and we're going to put it over the photo image, select them both, and hit slice. Okay, and then peel away. There's my cutter, there's my extra dough, and there is my cookie. Okay, so I did that with all of these images. Actually, I have a duplicate here, right? Actually, I like this one better. It's a little smaller, so let's keep that one. And now we are ready to print these images. So easy. And we're going to do a print then cut. That's what these are. Now, what I would suggest is, so we have 5 here. Because of this size, I'm pretty sure only 3 are going to fit. So let's choose the 3 best. I'm sorry, only 4 are going to fit. So let me choose this one. All right, let's dispense with Benji for this illustration, even though we love Benji. Okay, so what I would suggest is that you make a couple of your cutters or your pieces that are going to be cut out. So let's duplicate it to equal the same number of acetate pieces, because we have 4 photos here. And then we're going to hit make it. Now, what you'll see is there are my 4 photos in this box, okay? And this box is important to use the sensor that comes on your Explorer or on your Maker. Because we're doing a print then cut, and so the machine has to know to cut around those images. Okay, so that's what's here, and you'll notice here, because I didn't color this one the same as the other one, I'm going to just move this over here. It's just a little mistake, and you can do it whatever you want to stack it like this or whatever. And so now I'm going to have 2 mats. I'm going to have this mat that needs to be printed, and this mat that printed and then cut, and then this mat that just needs to be cut. Okay, so hit continue. And let's start with our print then cut version. What we're going to do is, if it doesn't show up, this green box that says print, you're going to click on print, and you'll see this box that says send to printer. So click on that green box that says send to printer, and my printer, which is connected to my computer, and you might have yours connected to either a hard drive, or you have maybe it's in the cloud or on your Wi-Fi network, whichever way, and you'll choose that printer, because if you have others, I have another one that's not working, but I'm going to choose my HP, which is right next to me on my desk, and then I am going to print it. Now, People often ask about bleed. I always add bleed, but what is bleed? Bleed is just the area that they afford you. It's like a 16th of an inch. It's a very small amount, but it ensures that when your cutter is cutting out the image, it's not going to have any of that white background. So this is important if you want stickers that are what's called die cut stickers, and especially important for this kind of a project because I don't want any whiteness around here. So I'm going to choose bleed, and then I'm going to hit print, and my printing dialog will come up. And it will print it. Oh no, it didn't come up. I'm sorry. That's if I chose add system dialog. Sorry. So it's printing now. You can hear it printing on my printer. So when we get that all ready, we're going to get a mat, a couple of mats. We need a mat for our mat protector. Now remember, if you're using a mat protector, you might have to cut it down a little bit because it is cut so that it covers the entire mat, making it a little difficult to get it back onto your mat unless you're a pro at that. And also, you don't want to have any of it overlapping. So here, what I did was I took my mat here, my mat protector here, and just I cut it down here and put it on. I know it's a little hard to see, but there you go. So just using that area. And here's my printed images. Don't they look cute? So I'm going to put these on a mat as well. Now, if you've never done print then cut before, you probably want to calibrate your machine. I'm going to show you where you'd go to calibrate. I'm not going to show you how to calibrate. It's pretty straightforward. But so I'm going to take my printed images, stick it onto a mat like this. You see? And then I am going to choose whatever this product is printed on. Now this is on sticker paper. You can use the printable vinyl. We've done the printable vinyl before. It's a slightly more glossy look. I did not have too much luck with the glossy sticker paper. Now, if people are asking about sticker paper, I use sticker paper from onlinelabels.com. I think it's very reasonable, and they sell the full sheet stickers. I don't like Cricut sticker paper for this application because it's too thick and it doesn't go through in my machine, into my okay, Marissa, we're going to do some New Year's and Valentine's, okay? We are, and I'll tell you about it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this into the machine, and the machine is going to read it because of these lines. It's going to do here and up here and down here. And then once it's done sensing it, it's going to cut all the way around. And in this case, it's sticker paper, but you can use other things, whatever works well for you. I do use the sticker paper that I got from Online Labels. So I'm going to move you over so you can see what happens here. So I'm ready to put this in. I'm going to choose, in this particular case, I'm going to choose washi sheet because it cuts really good on my machine with the sticker paper. Other people are able to use sticker paper, but I'm choosing washi sheet for this. And then I just hit the blinking C. And then it will go down. As I mentioned, it's going to sense that box around there. So what's really important here is that when you're actually printing on paper, that the paper is white or light. Okay, so that the machine can see the difference between the actual paper and the And the box, it needs to see that box. Sometimes your printer doesn't print the box all the way around, and I've experienced that once before. I used a Sharpie to sort of darken the line for my printer. So if that happens to you, a little Sharpie that you can darken the line, but be very careful using the Sharpie. Now you see it's already done all of the dimensions, or like scanning, sensing, and then it's cutting out my images. Oh, good, Annette. All right, so here's our almost done. Let's take it out. And I'm going to also then take my matte protector, which remember is, I only have it on part of there. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to change my material setting, and all I need to do, I'm just going to go over here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Going to go to browse all materials, and you just have to type in matte for the cutting matte protector. A few things come up, including a fabric. But we're going to choose cutting matte protector and then done. And then we can go ahead and click it to cut. I don't think you can hear it, but it's not something that you just absolutely have to see, is it? So I'm going to move you down. So while that cuts out, make sure it's on the mat pretty good, because I'm feeling, you hear it kind of crinkling, so that means it's kind of lifting in my machine. I don't like that. All right. So here we go. So here's our sticker. You see, and it comes off real easy because of the setting that I cut it on. So let's take this one. And oops, a little bit here. Now, if that happens, what I usually do is I get my, where is it? My cutting, where's my True Control knife? Oh, here it is. Okay. I was cleaning my son's room last week, and I found 3 True Control knives in his room. So, and of course I didn't, yell at him. I probably should have. Anyway, so I just going to go around here if it does have a problem cutting off a little bit. Okay, so here's my image, and I'm going to, again, you can use acetate, but I really much prefer this. And I'm going to take this little stem and match it up and put it on top of that window, of that cutting mat protector there. I have a little bit right here that just didn't come off. Okay, so there is our image. Now, if you wanted to, you could certainly put something on the back here, or you can put it on the actual ornament. I've thought of that, but I just, this for me was enough for today anyway. And then I'm going to take my ornament, and again, I measured the ornament so I know that it's going to fit in here, okay? Pop off the top, and this is where, between acetate and the cutting mat protector, this is where it's much easier to do it with the cutting mat protector. I'm going to roll it like this, and I'm going to put it in here like a message in the bottle, like that. And then I'm going to take whatever I have, like a tool, if I have like a weeding tool or whatever, but I'm going to by using this stem, sort of try to unfurl it if it doesn't completely unfurl for you. And so it does take a little bit of patience, and of course, for me, it's not working altogether great, and you can use things like tweezers or what's the other thing that I use? My weed protector. I use this little thing, which is an embossing tool that I have for making flowers, and that seems to work the best. So there. Now just be careful with whatever you're using, because you could scratch your image depending on your printer and how well your printer does. And I did notice that once you get it unfurled, if you sort of give it a push in the back like that, it will kind of make it a little straighter. And that is it. Would it help if you made it slightly smaller? It would, but what you have to be careful of, Annette, is you have to be careful of it moving around in there. And by making it this size, I kind of like, I like to maximize the entire ornament. It gives it kind of like a little bit of a bubbly look, almost like a paperweight. And you can do it any way you'd like, but this is the way that's been successful for me. You could also put a little bit of fake snow in there if that's something you'd like to do, and do all kinds of different things. And everybody's offering up a lot of different, because so obviously some people have done these before, and it's not going to be a new project for them. And then we just simply put back the ornament top. And again, you can do stuff on the back. I make sure I put those little pieces from the ornament top behind my image because I don't want to scratch it. Yeah, fake snow, or again, I think you could put vinyl on this. You absolutely could use a round bulb. I just happen to have this one. You can go smaller and use like, let me just get, this is a smaller round bulb. And if you want to see how big it is and you can't like really eyeball it, is I hold it over my ruler and looking at it from the top, measure from the ruler, and that's how I decide. So in this particular case, I'm not looking at it from the top, but I think it's like 2¼ inches, but maybe 2½ inches, right? And that will do that for this. So that is how to do this. I'm going to show it to you again. Let's do our Frankie image. So I'm just going to peel off that sticker. Be careful, don't rip it. Find our cutout of the matte protector. And then I'm going to take that image, line it up here. There you go. It's a little off, which I don't know if that's going to be a problem. Nope, it's not going to be a problem. So there it is. Let's get an empty one. Here's an empty one. Take off the cover. We're going to roll this up. Whoop! I dropped it. I dropped it. We're going to roll it up like this. Okay. And we're going to stick it inside like a message in a bottle. Stick it inside our ornament like that. Okay, and make sure you're holding that stem, and you're just going to use either tweezers or your whatever you're going to use, and just kind of get it to unfurl like that. And here I go with this on the back. I kind of push it a little bit on the back because I want everybody to be able to see that that's Frankie in there. And that's it. Put this on here. Again, embellish it any way you like, whether you're going to put vinyl on the back or you're going to put something inside there, or whatever, you want to do. You can also put something on the back of your ornament as well. And that's it. Yeah, we can do the heart ones for Valentine's Day. You can also print these, and I will tell you that. Thank you for bringing it up, Marlene. You can also, instead of using sticker paper or printable vinyl, if you have a transparency sheet that can easily go into a printer, you can print these on a transparency sheet, which will absolutely just skip the need for a sticker sheet, and you can cut it out from there, and it won't be 2 layers. It would just be 1 layer. You absolutely can do that. Thanks for reminding me, Marlene. Now, and this does not have to be a Christmas thing. It can be just something you're going to give to someone, maybe if they're getting married, or I don't know. I'm always thinking someone's getting married and they need to have a picture. They need to have a picture of their married self on there. But that is that, okay? I hope that that's helpful to you. Also wanted to just show you this. This is what we're going to be doing on Saturday night. I'm hoping to decorate a styrofoam cone that I got years ago, and I just have not used it, and my son wanted to claim it, so I told him I would use it because I needed it. It was expensive. So I came up with this really fun poinsettia, which was actually all one color, and I am going to show you on Saturday night how to take a picture, like a black SVG, and how to make these different colors on these layers, and we'll do that on Saturday night. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it for today. Thank you, Bren, for reminding folks. If you're not already a subscriber on YouTube, please do that. It really does help me a lot. They subscribers, they keep in the numbers. They are very, I don't know. That's how they check things out, see if you're growing, sort of thing. And let's see. I will be back on Saturday. I am wishing everybody who celebrates the holiday a Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate the holiday, at least enjoy this nice relaxing time. And remember to stay safe. If you are celebrating, celebrate just with your family. And we're going to do, my son and I were making hot chocolate later and finishing up our cookies, and get, what size is that square? It's just about a little over half an inch. Okay. All right. And thank you. Merry Christmas. I look forward to seeing you after the holiday. And we're going to have some changes in terms of good changes, in terms of I need to make some changes to my space. And as I mentioned, we're going to be doing like a Zoomy thing for New Year's. So I hope you can tune in after the fact. And I really appreciate your time in following me and telling people about it. I so appreciate it. And one more thing. I do need to pick my last winner. I'll do that, and I'll pop on and just tell you guys who that winner is. Okay. Thank you, everyone. He does help with cookie making. Yesterday we picked out, we always make corgi cutout cookies. We usually do those in gingerbread. This year we're going to do them in sugar cookies. And what I do is I make a lot of cookies, and then I divvy it all up into little cookie boxes and deliver them to my local friends. This year I won't get to do it before Christmas, but I'll once I have them all done. So yesterday we were picking out because I usually do corgi cutouts, and then I usually do like hearts or something. But he decided he wanted to have a bone shaped one and a sheep shaped one. And so that's what we're going to do. Bone, sheep, and corgi cookie cutters. Yes, we're going to do date night on Saturday night. We're going to just, we're going to work on making 3D poinsettias because you can have those around for quite a while after the holiday. And I kind of like it, and I want to put it on a cone. All right. So that's it, everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks for all of the hearts. And thank you so much for your time and attention. Let's see. And we still have, I made already chocolate dipped coconut macaroons, which are one of my favorites from Susan Branch. And then I have this cream cheese cookie recipe that I love. It's like a sugar cookie without being too cloyingly sweet. And then there's a pecan sandy recipe or a pecan sandy. And then chocolate crinkles. And then this year I made something from Emmy Made, which is like a candy made out of saltines. So we're going to get those all together, made, and put in our little basket so we can drive them around maybe the day after. Okay. And if you are, ooh, nice mini bundt cakes, like that little store, that bundt cake store. And yeah, so I know I love cookies, and I will definitely share my recipes. I just haven't had the chance to write them all down, but I'll share them so you can squirrel them away for next year. I think I can pretty much guarantee if you are a coconut lover, you are going to want to make those coconut macaroons, and they're so easy, and you can also make them, that Christmas saltine stuff. Yeah. Owen did not like that. I'm always busy for the holidays. We found a fun video last night from I think it was called Dad, Dude or something. And he had 5 different kinds of people that you encounter at Christmas. And the first one was the Christmas Queen. And I'm like, that's me. and Owen ended up being, because he's 15, he ended up being the humbug, which was, do you have any idea how many people you could feed with all these cookies and stuff like that? So it's kind of fun to have a Christmas Queen and a Scrooge, not terribly Scroogey, but a little Scrooge in the family. And it's sort of fun. So I hope you all have fun. Fun is what you make it. Happiness is homemade. So enjoy your day and just make it fun. And it doesn't have to be traditional. It just has to be fun for you. So thanks so much for coming by today. And we'll see you again on the flip side of Christmas Saturday. Okay? Love you all. Have a safe holiday and see you soon. Bye.